more song. Let's sing it. It's gonna be freaking awesome. Come on, it's gonna be freaking awesome. You know the words. It's gonna be freaking awesome. That's it, say. It's gonna be freaking awesome. Yeah!
Hello and welcome back to the Coolest Geek Alive. It is me, Jesse Blaze Snider, the Coolest Geek Alive, your friend. Thank you so much for coming and joining me on the show. I am super excited because today with me, I've got my son, Grayson Wayne Snider. Grayson Wayne Snider. Grayson Wayne Snider.
Hello.
Grayson Wayne Snider. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, anyway. I love you. Thank you for being here today. Please tell the audience that you haven't been coerced in any way. I didn't try to intimidate you in some way with a gun.
No.
Well, I prepared you a little bit for what we were going to be talking about, but we've had Disney Plus in our house, and I want to see what has stuck with them, what has not necessarily made them happy, and what's not being brought up. And I'm also asking these questions from the place of that I love these things. I grew up loving these things, and I want to know, are my kids enjoying them the way that I enjoyed them? Is it forgettable for them? What do they think? I really want to know, and it's just kind of a good excuse to have this conversation with them because I'm curious, and I imagine that other parents out there and other not parents out there, even people who are enjoying the hobby, what does the next generation of kids think of the things that we think are really freaking cool? It's going to be freaking awesome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining us. And Grayson, thank you for joining me on my show.
You are welcome.
You're the best. Grayson is my child who most emulates and appreciates, or at least tries to, things that I like and enjoy, and he tries to enjoy them with me. A lot of parents get disappointed sometimes when their kids don't really share some of the same interests. Cassidy has had some adjacent interests, and Logan has had some choice ways in which he goes about having similar interests. But my son Grayson really seems to gravitate towards, well, what do you think, Dad? And I appreciate him being willing to take my advice, but I hope it's been good advice, and I want to see what his experience has been. So Grayson, what is your favorite platform on the Roku TVs at any of our houses that you guys like to watch, or you personally like to watch?
I kind of watch Netflix a little bit more than Disney because I really like watching it with Logan, Parker, and Cassidy.
Oh, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I understand what you're saying, right? You watch Disney Plus with the family. So that's great. Okay. So I love hearing that. It's become something that the whole family does together, and you like to wait and watch those shows with the whole family. Okay, cool. I actually really, that makes me very happy. It makes me, I'm getting all misty-eyed, man. That's really a sweet answer. Okay, so I want to ask you about a couple different brands of the different things in Disney, and what's your recognition? What do you understand about these ideas, right? So I'm going to start with Pixar. Do you know what Pixar is? And
yes.
You know what Pixar is? Yeah? Okay. What do you think of Pixar, and do you know what any of the latest Pixar movies are, and how have you liked them?
I like Pixar because I like the Monster Inc. movies, and
oh yeah, I love those.
I like if this is a movie, I think on Pixar. If it is, I don't know. But it's called Strange World. I kind of like it. It might be on Pixar. I don't know.
Oh, I like Strange World, okay.
I like it because it's kind of it's a search pretty much movie. They try searching to the other mountain, but then it was a pretty good movie. And I like movies on Pixar because they're good.
Yeah. Well, I think actually that Strange World was a Disney animation movie. But I think what you're kind of communicating a little bit is that some of them are hard to tell the difference which company that it's from because the animation, right? I agree. Generally speaking, I'm sure you think of Disney animation more as like Beauty and the Beast or Tangled and Frozen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I don't mean to put words in your mouth, my son. Going to rattle off just a couple titles from Pixar's recent output. What is the one, Turning Red?
Yeah, Turning Red.
What did you think of that one?
Turning Red, I thought it was actually a pretty good movie. I liked the movie because, like, the red panda and stuff was pretty cool, and I liked, like, she had, like, 4 friends, and then, like, at the end of the movie, her grandma said, like, 4 is so unlucky because she didn't think 4 was a lucky number, and I liked how, like, the, mom, like, what turned into a big red panda, and, like, then everybody, like, sung to, like, bring her back, and, like, at the end of the movie, the only one who didn't go through to get rid of their panda was the little girl because she could handle it, and so, yeah, I like that.
Cool. Parker seemed to really like Luca, is it?
Oh, yeah, Luca.
You like that one a lot?
Yeah, I like it because, like, it's like a sea monster movie, and it's I like that it's like 3 people, and like then like the sea monsters don't know how to eat, like the pasta and stuff. And at the end, they do a bike race for like it's a motorcycle thing. I don't know. I forgot the name of it, but yeah.
I want to say to you guys listening, you know, I go into these things trying to love every minute of them because I love so much of it, and I have that little like collect the whole set kind of mentality. Like I want to love them all, and I've tried to find love for the Disney animation and, you know, Marvel movies that I didn't particularly like because I like them all. But the more I start to not like them, the more it's hard to feel good about it all the time. I've really enjoyed a lot of things that I've heard a lot of criticisms of these movies for kids. They really seem to be going across to the kids pretty good. And when I sit with my 4 kids and watch all these Disney animated movies, they do really enjoy them. And I enjoy them because they enjoy them. Do I think they could be better? I think almost everything could be better. But I think it's okay to be hard on the things that we love to make sure that they get done right. And if it comes from a place of love, then it's all right. And I think it's okay to be critical if it means helping make the world a better place. And that's what we do here on Coolest Geek Alive. Isn't that right, my son?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So Pixar stuff. You'd be cool. My son, I'll just say real quick, I know he's a huge Toy Story fan. They're making another Toy Story. Are you excited about that?
I never actually knew they were making a 5th Toy Story movie.
Toy Story. Oh, you just found out?
Yeah, I just found out, actually. I didn't know they were making a 5th one. I hope it's going to be good because I love all Toy Story movies, so yeah.
So I wrote some Toy Story comics for a while, and I love Toy Story, and I got really into it writing Toy Story comics. And I actually haven't seen the Buzz Lightyear movie because there were things that I heard about it that kind of broke my heart that they weren't honoring, and it made me upset. And I wanted to see, what did you think of the Buzz Lightyear movie? Did you think it was good?
So the second movie, because I think it was in the second movie.
Wait, second movie? I think there's only one Buzz Lightyear movie, the real one.
Oh, no.
The one I'm talking about is the one where he goes into space.
Okay, yeah.
And he's got Captain America's voice. What do you think?
So I thought that the Buzz Lightyear movie was actually pretty good. It was about Buzz, if he was in a real life, he was in this whole different world pretty much. And he had this big spaceship, and he launched all the way over to another place, and he was trying to get around the sun and back and get back into the thing, but he kept failing. And in space it goes hundreds of years, but in the real world it goes 1 year at a time. So he was gone for 5 years each, and then he finally did it. And his best friend died when he got back, and her son, she left him a message because she was very old and she knew he wouldn't come back in time. And and then his son took over. And then,
All right. I'm going to ask you about Star Wars. And I'll preface this by saying I have a lot of friends who are huge Star Wars fans. And I'm a toy guy, and I really kind of wanted to get into some of the cooler Star Wars things. So I knew the concept so I could play with the toys because some of the toys were really cool. So that was part of why I got into Star Wars. But I've never read any of the novels. I've never read any of the comic books. But I have a lot of good friends who have. So I do know certain things. And I follow all this stuff just so that I can talk to my friends about developments because I know they care, and I like having conversations with friends that I care about that care about things. That makes me happy. So sometimes I'll learn about things that my friends like so that I can talk to them about it. It's usually geeky things. So let's talk about Star Wars because you guys have been a little reluctant to get into it, but I think I've tried to show you Mandalorian. I don't know how much of it you guys have actually watched with me, but we did watch all of the movies. Did you watch Rogue One, Star Wars Rogue One?
No, I have watched a TV show that was, I don't think it was Star Wars actually, but Star Wars, I think, it's pretty cool. I haven't watched the movies. I haven't watched the series of movies. I don't watch that much of Star Wars. But I know there's Baby Yoda and Mandalorian and stuff like that. And Darth Vader. Yeah, it's pretty cool, the characters and stuff. But I don't really watch the movies.
Yeah, only with the family once or whatever. You don't rewatch them.
Yeah, I don't rewatch them. I just there's this TV show that I think me and you watched it together. It was about that kid and then a few people. And they were in a spaceship and they traveled through worlds. Yeah, I don't think you might not remember it, but I think I remember it a little.
So would you call yourself 8.5 or are you just 8?
8.
Now, there's been a lot of things that have come out through Disney Plus from Marvel. Different TV shows and movies come to Disney Plus pretty quick. You guys have been raised on these movies. What's your favorite old school Marvel movie?
So, old school Marvel movie, I like every pretty much Marvel movie because they're so good, I think, in my opinion.
Can I just rattle off a couple and you tell me thumbs up or not?
Yeah.
The first 2 Guardians of the Galaxy.
First 2 Guardians of the Galaxy, I think the first one's good and the second one is pretty good because I like the monster fighting part and
I love the beginning,
Groot,
right?
And yeah.
All right, the Eternals and Shang-Chi. Did you like any of those newer ones?
I don't know the Eternals. I don't think I have watched it, but Shang-Chi, I liked it because it was a fighting, a karate type of movie, and that he fight his dad and stuff, and I didn't like it. It's just cool to watch and stuff, and yeah.
Do you want to beat me up secretly?
No.
Thank you. I love you. Okay. What about the Spider-Man movie that they put out a little while ago, just out of curiosity?
Oh, the new one?
With the 3 Spider-Men and all the villains?
I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Because, they brought back the old Spider-Mans and stuff. And, they brought back the old villains. And it was cool that they fighted everyone. And it was cool that, yeah. But I think you forgot one movie about the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Which one? Oh, the holiday special?
Yes, the holiday special.
What'd you think of the holiday special?
The holiday special was amazing because I love the song in the beginning of the movie because it was just amazing, and like I love when Groot shouted out, "I'm Groot!"
Dude, I am right there with you. High five. That was my favorite thing to come out of Marvel in a long time. That holiday special, it's just, oh my God, it's to die for. It's just so sweet and cute and just well done. And that song at the beginning is incredible. I love it. I've watched that song in the beginning a few dozen times. Just like every now and then when I'm feeling down, I'm like, dude, it's Christmas after whatever it is. I gotta get it on my Spotify so I can listen to it more. Did you see the Venom movies?
Oh, yes, I did. Okay, so the Venom movies and I like the Spider-Man movies. I just don't know why they didn't add every supervillain. I know they added one at the end, Venom. If no one watched the credit scenes, there's Venom at the end.
That's my son. He watches the credit scenes.
But then they didn't add the Rhino from the Amazing Spider-Man. So I don't know.
Oh, you were like, I've been gypped. Where's the Rhino? This should be the Sinister Seven.
And then the Venom movies, I like the Carnage and the Venom together because like they fight it and it was sick and stuff, and it was so cool. And I like that Venom went into a different body, and the girl for the cash register.
The girl from the what?
In the second movie, the girl and the other girl pretty much were talking, and Venom was inside the person who always gets chocolate from, and it was just so funny so yeah.
Yes, it was pretty funny. Did you see Morbius?
I know the movie, but no.
No. Are you excited for more Venom movies and more like they're talking about maybe doing another Spider-Man movie like with the older Spider-Mans? Would you be excited to see those?
Wait, the older Spider-Mans?
Yeah.
That is like the TV show version.
Like they're talking about like continuing. Would you know who Tobey Maguire is? He's like the original Spider-Man. So like they're talking about doing another Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Oh.
To like wrap up his universe.
I'm going to be excited for that then.
Oh, yeah?
No, I think if they're going to do an Amazing Spider-Man one, they're going to continue on the Rhino. Because they didn't do the Rhino movie.
Oh, yeah? And kids like you are saying, we want the Rhino back.
I want the Rhino.
I want to see the Rhino.
I want to see the fight.
Wait, but the Rhino's not in the Tobey Maguire universe. So
yeah,
maybe
I said the Amazing Spider-Man one.
Oh, the Amazing Spider-Man one.
Yeah,
so would you want to see another Andrew Garfield Spider-Man?
Yes.
Yes, I want to see another Andrew Garfield. I really like the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies. I know that like it didn't necessarily go over with the audience. I certainly didn't think that they were perfect, as I tend not to really think a lot of these things are perfect. But I'm
excited if they do bring back an old Spider-Man version.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. What about the Tom Holland Spider-Man? Is this universe big enough for 3 different Spider-Men? Can he have his own movies too?
Large life.
He's had a large life. Okay.
He has like done.
No mercy for that Spider-Man. That's pretty funny. Okay. What about the Marvel TV shows?
Marvel TV shows? So She-Hulk, I thought was pretty good. I didn't watch every episode. I started to not watch them because I wanted to watch it with everybody. But then everybody started to not watch them anymore because they were not good. So everybody said they weren't good. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to watch them if no one wants to watch them too.
Yeah, as a fan, dudes, I'm doing a whole episode on freaking She-Hulk. I'm catching up on like my reading, and I'm like making notes on the She-Hulk comics from yesteryear so that I can just rip that freaking stupid show apart, because it's so disappointing to me, because I really love Jennifer Walters. She's a great character. I like badass bitches, and she's a badass bitch who likes it. She likes being a Hulk, and she enjoys the thing. And Hulk doesn't enjoy being the Hulk, but Jennifer Walters does. She enjoys it and is, humbly enjoying being the Hulk, and she's so cool and nice and like she's like the girl you want to be friends with. It's a great character, and the comics has been done so well. I've never read the John Byrne ones, but I'm going to. That's what I'm trying to get a hold of right now. But the Dan Slott run from, I guess, the 2000s of She-Hulk, the comics were great, really, really just wonderful, and it was such a great diversion every month when it would come out from all of the kind of heavy books of the time. Just great humor and comedy and fourth wall breaking and lots of characters being done in ways that enriched them, and there was so much great stuff that they could have done. I really believe that, as a writer myself, if they gave me that assignment, they would have a hit She-Hulk series. I could write them a $1 billion franchise She-Hulk series that it was its own Sex in the City in its own way, because it was sweet and cool and fun and made you enjoy breaking holes in buildings. She-Hulk is a great, fun character, and oh boy, did they just drop the ball. I'm just so disappointed as a fan of She-Hulk. It's just go read the comics. They're great. Those damn shows, like, even if you like those shows, I promise you'll like the She-Hulk comic that I've read by Dan Slott. I don't know how many issues he did. He did a lot, and they were great. I also loved the Thing comic book that Dan Slott had written. It was a Thing solo series. Thing's a great character. I want to get back to my interview with Grayson, but yeah, She-Hulk, an episode's coming.
WandaVision.
Oh yeah, what'd you think of WandaVision?
So WandaVision, I didn't watch every episode. I think I watched the end though. I watched the end of the episode because I watched it with Logan. So I thought it was cool. It was just like two things and like everything. There's some super villains, and it's like an old TV show from the 1990s.
Did you like that?
Pretty much, and like
from the
everybody
1990s.
laughing, and yeah, it was like a universe, and she tried getting out of it at the end, I think. And
did you like Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness?
oh, that movie I thought was amazing.
Oh yeah?
I love that Doctor Strange died in the start of the movie, and then like they found his body, and he thought it was a dream. It was just him in another life, so it wasn't actually a dream. It was pretty much a dream, but it was like for another multiverse. And I love how they like and they started going through universes, like a paint universe, glass universe.
That was cool.
Yeah, it was like sick.
Yeah, Sam Raimi directed that movie. He's a great director, and the touches of that movie that were most him were very fun. Did you enjoy any of the other? What other Disney Plus? What other Marvel Disney Plus shows can you remember?
I remember the Avengers Endgame.
That was the movie. I guess, so the differentiation...
TV shows?
Yeah, the TV shows.
Let me try thinking of one.
You love Endgame, though, Infinity War, all that stuff, the Avengers.
Yeah, they're the
You said
best.
pretty much you love them all the same, right?
I love them all the same amount, pretty much. I give pretty much every movie a 10.
But you said you didn't see the Eternals. The Eternals was the one with a lot of different people, and they were all in different suits. Do you remember it?
I don't think I do. I might have watched it, but I might have not. I don't remember. I might.
How about, did you watch the Hawkeye series?
I watched a bit of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. I only watched like a quarter of one episode.
Uh-huh.
I saw that he had a girl on the side and he left. He said, I don't need your help and stuff.
Yeah.
And like, then he left. And there was somebody chasing after them. So yeah.
What are some of the new characters that have been introduced that you remember? I mean, I'll actually name some for you. How about America Chavez? What did you think of her from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? What did you think?
Oh, I thought she was actually pretty good. I don't think she would be like a superhero though, because like she doesn't know how to use her powers really. So I don't think she would be like a superhero or anything, but yeah.
What'd you think of Kate Bishop, Hawkeye's sidekick, the young Hawkeye on the Hawkeye series? Do you remember her?
No, I don't think so.
Did you like the Black Widow movie?
Oh, the girl that helped him, I mean.
Yeah, the girl that helped him, yeah.
She was pretty good. I didn't see her a bunch because I only watched a quarter of one episode.
Oh, yeah? Did you watch Loki?
Loki? No, but some of it. So, what I liked about it was that Loki got, like, caught. He was in the desert, and then he got caught by some agent people, and he was in jail. I think he was escaping. He was trying to escape. I didn't see it, but I think he was trying to escape, if I'm correct. Then, yeah. I don't know that much about it. All I know is that he got, like, arrested at some sort of place, and, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember all the details exactly either. I largely enjoyed Loki. I was disappointed by a lot of overarching points by the end of a lot of the Disney Plus series, but generally I liked them. I liked Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but I hated the end of it. Like the last episode.
Many details.
There are too many. There's too many details for Falcon and the Winter Soldier or Loki.
Yeah, Loki.
Oh yeah, there's too many details. Remember, I like Loki. I seem to remember being a bit disappointed in the ending as well, on a lot of levels. Just conceptually, a lot of things that were put forth. There was a couple, just premises that I didn't really enjoy. I think a big criticism of these things by the fans has been that they can see the politics so clearly crammed into the material that it's bothersome, and it seems like it's restraining the material in a lot of ways. But I think that's the worst offense. It's restraining the material in certain ways, and it seems a little patronizing over time. But this is something that I don't think children are necessarily picking up on. So, Grayson, do you have a favorite of the new TV shows that you've been checking out?
Like which ones?
The Captain America one, Loki, Winter Soldier.
So I like She-Hulk. It's
that one you like the best? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, my son! Oh, like a rib! Oh! You've embarrassed me. You've shamed the family.
I think every Marvel's good movie's good. I don't know why. I just feel like every movie's good for Marvel.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. So, besides what I've talked about, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, what else do you watch on Disney Plus?
The movies I usually watch if I go to Disney is I watch with Cassidy Parker and then maybe Logan. Sometimes she watches this. We watch Phineas and Ferb. It's this TV show. It's not for Marvel.
Yeah, I've seen Phineas and Ferb.
There's a Marvel TV series for Phineas and Ferb.
Oh, there is? There's a Marvel Phineas and Ferb crossover?
It's Marvel and Phineas Ferb combined together. There's Hulk, Iron Man, and some super villains like Venom. You probably know because you have watched it a little, like that they create stuff in the summer and stuff. And their sister always tries to get the two boys in trouble. And it's like so funny and stuff, and yeah.
Is there anything else besides Phineas and Ferb that you guys enjoy? And you said you watched that with your sister, Parker?
Yeah.
I didn't ask her this question last time, so I'm glad I asked you.
Oh, I watched the Disenchanted
movie. The new one? The second one? I didn't get to see that one yet. The first one.
I watched the first.
Oh, the first one's called Enchanted, and the second one's called Disenchanted. So you did watch the second one, Disenchanted. What'd you think? I haven't had a chance to watch it, but I like the original one. I liked Enchanted.
Watch it, I don't think actually, but
Why are we talking about it?
I didn't know the name. The first one I thought was good. I wanted to watch the Disenchanted with the family, but Logan went off and watched it on her own, and I didn't want to watch it anymore because she went on her own.
Well, finding out how connected Disney Plus is to your family makes me happy. I like that. Final questions to start moving towards the end of our interview. Is there anything else that you watch on Disney Plus besides cartoons? Like, do you ever watch any like the nature stuff there?
Yeah, I watch like Monster Inc. I watch Toy Story pretty much on my.
Oh well, I was going to ask this question, which is, what do you watch the most?
Oh, that's actually a good question.
Like rewatch the most, like what on Disney Plus?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. I don't watch Phineas Ferb the most actually. I stopped watching it actually. So what I watched the most, not Toy Story, but what I watched the most is, I think it might be Monster Inc.
Monsters Inc.?
Yeah, I think it might be
the original?
Monster Inc. Yeah, I think what I watched was Monster Inc.
Oh, I love that one. That's a great one. Do you ever watch any of the nature shows? There's like a National Geographic button. Do you ever click that? It's like documentaries with animals and things like that.
Oh, no. But I do. I watched a little of the thing for the Buzz Lightyear showing. It showed like they talked about Buzz Lightyear. It wasn't interesting at all. It was just showing the character of Buzz Lightyear and talking about it. But I didn't watch the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay, so you've watched a couple things related to some of the things that you like?
Yeah.
Have you watched any of the Marvel animated series or the Star Wars animated series?
Can you remind me some of them?
Well, for Star Wars, there's Clone Wars and The Bad Batch. Like, Daddy's watching The Bad Batch now.
Oh, Bad Batch?
Oh, you've watched a little bit with me, I guess, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Is that the one where there's 5 more characters that have helmets?
Yeah, they're all different.
Yeah, they can take off their helmets.
Yeah, what do you think of Bad Batch?
It's cool. I don't think Mandalorian needs that much help because he's.
What do you mean the Mandalorian doesn't need that much help?
He doesn't need help. I don't think. I think
the Mandalorian's a TV show and this is a cartoon. What do you mean?
I think he's better on his own. I think.
So you think they don't need a cartoon?
No.
So you're saying keep your day jobs for the Star Wars cartoons?
Yep.
You think you don't need any additional show?
No, I don't think he needs any help for it.
So it seems you're least impressed by Star Wars.
Yep.
Yeah. So you wouldn't call yourself? Would you call yourself a Star Wars fan?
No.
No. That's the best answer you've given today. Can I ask you one more time? Would you call yourself a Star Wars fan? Nope. Okay. Would you call yourself a Pixar fan?
Yes.
Would you call yourself a Marvel fan?
Definitely.
Definitely. Okay. Would you call yourself a Disney animation fan? Like that's Tangled and Frozen and Beauty and the Beast? And
I love all of those movies.
do you guys watch those a lot at the house? The old school Disney movies like Little Mermaid or Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah, Logan always likes to watch old school movies, and I'm always like, no, why? But then when after dinner, I'm just like, oh my God, this movie's amazing.
I don't want to watch an old school Disney movie. Okay, it's really good.
Like Little Mermaid and then
they're really good.
Beast.
And there's great music. Do you like the music in those animated movies?
Music and stuff. I like every music and everything.
There are so many. So Daddy is a music nerd as well as a comic book nerd, and I love wonderful music. And the music from 2 different eras. There's an era with the Sherman Brothers, who were incredible songwriters. They wrote great songs like Jungle Book is like all Sherman Brothers as an example, but all sorts of classic songs for the Disney company at the time. And they made just song after song, and there's a whole era of tunes that came out of their mouths that are amazing. When I remember watching a documentary on them a while ago, I was like, oh my God, these guys are my childhood. They wrote all of the best songs, my favorite songs. And then there's another writer whose name escapes me, it'll probably come to me later, who is probably my favorite, kind of playwright, because he wrote Little Shop of Horrors. That's my favorite play. It's got the best music, the most consistent music. And they brought him in to do Little Mermaid, Aladdin, and Beauty and the Beast, which were, I think, they're all incredible. All the songs of them are amazing. He's just an amazing songwriter, and he died of AIDS very young. And there's a documentary about him too. I'm hating that I'm forgetting his name right now on the thing. I'm gonna look it up as we talk so I can name drop him and say, oh, go listen to anything that he's ever written, because he's the greatest writer of all time. So Grayson, bringing this ship into an end. Who is Mickey Mouse, Grayson?
Mickey Mouse is Mouse, and he has a friend named Goofy. He has a wife, I guess, named Minnie. He has a friend named Donald. And then Donald has a girlfriend named Daisy. And then
Isn't it funny how all of
Pluto.
the information on people is their relationship? Oh, thank you very much. I was trying to find it myself. My
And then
producer,
Pluto.
Andre Padre Holmes.
And then-
Shout out to Andre Padre Holmes. Holla.
Pluto.
Andre
is,
just gave me the answer. Wait, hold on a second. We don't need the rest of the relationships to Mickey Mouse, my son. But thank you. I love you. I appreciate that. That was impressive. How many relationships to Mickey Mouse we have? Okay, and this guy's his gardener, and this guy does his hair. Mickey has a lot of friends. Mickey and friends. That's like the whole thing, right? So Howard Ashman is the songwriter. Who was, I had too many things on my mind trying to interview my son, so I can't remember. I hate to discredit him, because he is one of the greatest songwriters who I think has ever lived, especially doing the Broadway style songs, and Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast. And
Did he write the songs for those movies?
yes, if you've never seen Frank Oz's version of Little Shop of Horrors, watch the director's cut. Oh my God, it's even better. Little Shop of Horrors is one of my favorite movies of all time, my favorite musical. I know I don't always do movie recommendations at the end of the show, but I'm making a movie recommendation right now before we get to our comic book recommendation. But I just want to ask Grayson, I guess, just one more question, because I think we've gotten a pretty solid view of your Disney Plus usage. But I'd say, how likely are you to watch more Star Wars in the future?
Yep.
How likely are you to watch the next Pixar movie?
Yep.
How likely are you to watch the next Marvel movie?
Definitely.
What about the next Marvel TV show?
Yep.
Do you want to watch an Agatha Harkness witch show?
I don't think I know those shows.
It's the bad guy from the WandaVision. She's got her own show now, maybe. Do you want to see that?
If it's good, yes.
Okay. Do you want to see are you excited to see, how about in the movies, the Miss Marvel movie?
Oh,
There's a sequel that's going to have all three Miss Marvels. Did you watch that? Did you watch the young Miss Marvel thing?
I don't think I did.
No. There's Captain Marvel, and then there's Miss Marvel. Sorry, I'm getting the Carol Danvers version's name wrong.
Yeah, I know those, but
She was
I
the
don't
original
think
Miss
I have
Marvel. That's
watched
why I still
them.
think of her like that.
I don't think I have watched them.
Well, these are some of the new ones. Are you excited for the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie that's coming out?
Definitely. Oh my God, I'm so excited for it.
I'm excited for it too. All right. Well, I'm going to drop my recommendation this week for your reading out there. I'm totally doing an episode on this. I'm just going to
Got
bring...
one new Marvel movie that's coming out.
Oh, which one?
The Deadpool and Wolverine one.
Oh, are you excited for that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you excited for the X-Men to come into the Marvel Universe?
Yeah, I hope Deadpool and Wolverine together are a good mix.
They have been in the comics.
I hoped it.
He stabs him.
and
He
stuff.
heals.
They were both in the game. There's a game they were both in, and yeah, the game's called Fortnite.
Oh, yes. Well, we do a lot of Fortnite when we're away from each other. I live in California and my babies live in New York, but I do lots of visiting there and they do lots of visiting here. Like, and I get one at a time and I spoil the hell out
I
of them.
just visited.
Yes, he's visiting right now. But I love you. Thank you so much for coming on and being a part of my show and being my guest.
You're welcome.
I'm going to wrap things up by recommending a comic book to the audience, which is I'm going to recommend, do what I do. I'm going to refresh on my Dan Slott comic books because they were so good. So I'm just going to read those, and I'm going to try to get a hold of the John Byrne stuff. Get a hold of it yourself, because at the very least, I'm going to research the hell out of the John Byrne stuff if I can't get a hold of some books to read. But I'm really excited. I love She-Hulk, and I really, just want to bring to light some of the agonizingly disappointing things that were not utilized from the comic books in favor of them just coming up with their own damn ideas. And it's just insulting to people who like She-Hulk. It was just like, what are you doing? There's all these great comic books and there's all these great ideas, and I'm a fan. You made this show for me, right? For a fan of freaking She-Hulk? I'm a fan of She-Hulk. And they blew it. They blew it, and I'm glad that Grayson liked it. Grayson. But I think you will agree, even if you liked it, that the She-Hulk comic books are awesome. So get them, read along with me, and when I do my She-Hulk episode, you can be an informed citizen enjoying the process of this deliberation with me. Anyway, love you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you to the podcast Playground, and thank you to all of our people behind the scenes.
Peace out.
Thank you to Andre Padre Holmes for producing this and the episode with Parker. So I hope you guys are getting everything that I'm getting from this experience of asking my children about their Disney Plus experience. I love Disney stuff. I'm really happy to see that at least my two youngest children have been very happy with the output of things. And I hope that continues to be the case for them. I, as always, am on the side of wanting these things to succeed, but I also want them to be the best they can be. So sometimes I'm a little hard on them. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us.
Peace.
Join me next time. And thank you again to Grayson Wayne Snider for the awesome interview.
Peace out.
You're so cool, man. Thanks for being here. Love you.
Welcome.
And love you for listening. Later.
Bye.
It's going to be freaking awesome! Freaking awesome! It's going to be freaking awesome!